Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel Circle of Salt. I am your host, Clark Moon. Today is just really an introduction. This is kind of my first time making a video of this caliber, so bear with me. There's probably going to be some jump cuts just so I can collect my thoughts, look at my notes, that sort of thing. So what is this channel? It's going to be where I talk about my favorite books, and those tend to be centered around dark narrative media. Yeah, it's just what I find interesting, whether that be like mysteries, thrillers, crime, horror, anything that gives me the creeps. Although I'm sure plenty of you are into that as well. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to justify it or explain it. It comes down to a couple things, just morbid curiosity being one of them. Also, the characters that are in these narratives tend to be, there was a quote, I don't remember who said it, but it says something along the lines of, the brightest characters shine the brightest when they're in dark situations, and that tends to be true. I really root for these characters. And then lastly, it kind of puts you in a perspective of, it's out of the norm, so you're kind of forced to think, what would I do in that situation? Which is awesome. I love anything that really pulls me out of my comfort zone and makes me question my own reality and how I would approach things. All right, so let's get into what I am reading currently. First and foremost, I'm reading House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. It is freaking awesome. I've never really experienced anything like this. It really makes me feel like I'm solving a puzzle, or that I feel like I'm a detective in a way. And without much spoilers, the narrative is sort of around a haunted house, but it is so unique. I don't even want to tell you any more than that. Something else I'm currently working through is Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman. Even on the cover, it says an epic tale of medieval horror, and it is certainly that. It is centered around the story is based around the Black Plague, or that era, but it gets very supernatural, very spiritual, quite fun. Definitely right up my alley. Okay, now let's talk about books that I have just recently picked up from the bookstore. This is Spiral by Koji Suzuki. It is the sequel to the Ring book, or just Ring, I should say. It's what The Ring is based off of, and like every movie adaptation, totally different. Highly recommend the read. It is super cool. Gave me a new perspective for this kind of early 2000s horror. Okay, another book that I have just recently picked up is Misery by Stephen King. Obviously, if you're into horror, you know Stephen King, and I'm sure you know of this book. However, I've never read it, and I haven't seen the movie in over a decade at this point, so it seems like it'll be a fresh take for me. I'm really excited to get into this classic. Okay, and then the third and final book that I've recently picked up is called Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. To be honest, I don't know too much about this, apart from it's the author of No Country for Old Men. And I've never really been into Westerns that much, but this one, I think it's a Western. At least that's how it was described to me. This is like the first one that has really got my interest, probably because it's super dark. Okay, so that'll wrap it up for now. This, again, is just kind of an introduction to the channel. My first attempt at really making anything like this, so let's see how this turns out. Hopefully it's comprehensible, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Oh, I'm so sorry. Before you go, just if you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments, or if you just want to talk, I'm down. Yeah, I have no book friends, so please, I'm lonely. All right.